Hi guys, welcome to Perseverance Software Training Institute. I'm Sai Charan. All right, in this series of Docker, all right. So now in the last video we have seen uh, all about port mapping. We'll execute that now. So we'll understand the Docker command for mapping the ports. All right. So here, if you see, so first is Docker. This is CLI to talk to Docker, this utility, right? Then run is to create containers. Hyphen P. All right. Hyphen P is for port mapping. You can also call it as port forwarding because it forwards the traffic from the server level port to container level port. All right. Ideally to the application. So the first port is server level, which is this. The second port is container level, which is this. Okay. All right. So hope you guys got it right. Now hyphen name of your container, which is Jenkins, and this is image of my container, which is Jenkins slash Jenkins with the latest tag. Tag I have not given, but it auto takes latest tag, right? So let's see and run this. Let's go to our Docker console, right? Docker server. So now Docker ps-a. We do not have any containers. So let's do this. Docker run -p for port mapping. We can also call as port forwarding. So 8080, right? You can give any port colon 8080. This should be mandated to 8080 because Jenkins uses 8080. Okay, usually we can also change application level ports, but this is the standard configuration of Jenkins application. All right, hyphen name space name of your container, which is Jenkins, and image. So Jenkins slash Jenkins is the image, and it will auto take latest tag. All right, fine. So now see, it is pulling, and we have created the container in interactive mode, so it will take us to the interactive mode. Just duplicate it. See here what happens. See, we'll go inside the container. See, it is taking us inside the container. Correct. We're able to see some logs and all, right? So just duplicate it and try to, all right. Yeah, login as root. And now, so give docker ps. We'll be having our Jenkins container, which is up and running from 24 seconds. All right. Now, so now the situation is, we have our Docker host inside which we have a container inside which we have Jenkins actively running on, which is exposed on port 8080 at the container level, and also at the server level. What is the port? If you see here, this is server level, this is container level. Understand why it was given in this order? Because after we cross server only we can talk to the container, right? So that is the case. So first is server level port, then container level port. Keep this in mind all the time. So this is server level port, and second one is container level port. All right, perfect. Now, right, so here also it is 8080 at the server level, right? Fine. Now if the user want to talk to the container, he should cross 8080 at the server level and talk to the application available inside the container via the port, container port, which is 8080 as well, right? But the thing is, by default, all the except the minimum required ports, rest of the ports are blocked at the server level. This is the default thing. So now what we need to do, right? So we should ensure to open this 8080 port at the server level, because once the connection enters server, Docker will manages to forward the traffic to 8080 at the container level to the application, right? So we should ensure now to basically open this port. This is called as allowing the incoming connection on port 8080. So this is incoming to the server, right? So how we need to do this? Go to your server. All right, this is your server. Pull down, go to security. All right, here pull down, then yeah. So incoming is called as, you know inbound rules, and outgoing is called as outbound rules. All right. So here now what you will do, right? So if you see here, select the security groups here. So pull down again. So click on edit inbound rules. Just simple add rule. So leave it custom TCP. Under type, I'll tell you what is custom TCP later. It is a networking concept. TCP stands for Transmission Control Protocol, and so this is defaulted to TCP. Port range is 8080, which is the server level port, and you should give source. What is the source from where we are connecting? Meaning, if Sai is connecting from Tirupati, maybe IP address of this server. But if I give, you know, if I drop down or select the drop down and select anywhere IPv4, it will allow anybody to talk to this particular application, right? Perfect. Now click on save rules. It is done now. Now it is available, right? Let's see how it works. Now take the IP address of your EC2 instances, meaning your Docker server. So select your Docker server. This is your IP. Take only public IP. Private IP will not work. Select public IP, go to the browser, give the IP, colon, what is the server level port, which is 8080, on which your application is available. If your application loads here successfully, yeah, it is loading. So you are done, right? So your software running inside the container is exposed to external world, you know, uh, and users. Consider myself as a customer, so I'm trying to able to talk to Jenkins now. Okay, got it. Fine guys, all right. We're done here. Thank you so much for your time.